searching for a place called home. I know that I've been cold aside. Ignore the dreams too many lies. Somewhere deep inside, somewhere deep inside me, I found the child I used to be. And I know that it's not too late. Never too late.
Hello, everybody.
Hey guys, we're back with another episode of the Punch Out Podcast, guys. And as always, it's your hosts, Stefan Dawkins and Brandon O'Reilly.
Who is that? I don't know who this Brandon Riley is. My name is Junior.
Yeah, welcome to Eastern European Podcast. And we talk about things that happen in Eastern European.
So today we're going to reveal the top 5 dance tracks that my boy Stefan is dancing to this week.
Oh,
Number 5.
Number 5, Trance Electric. I love it. It goes trance electric, trance. It's so good. Love it.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Uptown Boogie. It's this weird song. I admit, it's a weird song. But it goes Uptown Boogie. I really like Uptown Boogie. So good.
And number 3.
Number 3, Open Tracksuit. Number 2.
How does that one go?
Open Tracksuit, it's very different. You know, it revolutionizes dance.
So it goes like open tracksuit.
No.
Open tracksuit.
You would think it would. But it's open tracksuit, very, very open tracksuit.
Number 2.
Number 2. I love this one. Okay. This one's pretty good. It's coming from South Side.
Yes.
And which is weird because Southside does not have music. They don't have club. So they make song that is really good. It's called Dragon Electrified, and it's about a lizard that is electrocuted like you were.
How does that one go?
So that one goes pew, pew. Lizard, electrocuted lizard. It's a little weird. It's offbeat.
Yeah,
very offbeat. And
what is the number 1 song in all of the land is this?
So number 1 song in all of Eastern European is Longing, Rusted, Fairness, Daybreak, 17, Benign, 9, Homecoming, 1, Fred Car. Mission report.
What are my orders, comrade?
I don't even know where you were going with that one.
I was going to say when a soldier shows up and
okay.
shoots you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going with that.
That was fun. And we would like to thank Brandon and Stefan for giving us the weekly update with the Eastern European tracks. Harriet. How are you doing, Stefan?
Harriet!
I got
I'm
stuck
great,
on
man.
that voice.
Yeah, it's a good voice to do, though. Yeah, man. Nothing. I'm good. How you doing? We had a really good week for. I had a really good week for things to do with my life.
Go ahead. Let us know what is going on.
I got to play Overwatch, and that's all that matters.
How are you liking Overwatch?
Oh my god, it's so good.
Talk about that.
It's such a good game. So Overwatch was a game that I was kind of on the fence about. I did want to play it. I was more interested in Titan. And they
That's
canceled
the game
that.
Got scrapped.
Yeah, so Blizzard was originally going to do a new MMO, which is going to be the successor to World of Warcraft. Whole new from the ground up. And from their words, they said it was a colossal failure. That it was pretty much too many cooks. Everyone had a really great idea. They just couldn't put it together, and
they spoiled the broth.
Too many cooks will spoil the broth. Anyway, so they decided that it's funny because there's this little mini documentary on GameSpot. I don't know if you guys are interested in Overwatch. I highly recommend watching it. It's actually kind of fun. But anyway, the point is,
annotation
in the video, they have like the lead designers for Overwatch, and they're the same people from World of Warcraft, like the person who originally designed Stormwind, the person who wrote all the quests for the vanilla game, as well as the project director and creator of Warcraft itself. Not creator of Warcraft, but the creator of modern Warcraft. And they're talking like they literally let down the company. They're sitting there like, oh, everyone's working on Hearthstone and working on Diablo and working on
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm. And here we are, the failures of the company, walking around, and people are just telling us, oh, it's okay, you can't win them all. And we really needed this. We really needed Overwatch to be our comeback story. And I'm like, bro, Hearthstone is based off of the game you guys created. Calm down. But anyway, so they created Overwatch, and their methodology going into it was based off of original PC-based shooters like Team Fortress. The original Team Fortress, not Team Fortress 2. Quake, Arena, Half-Life's multiplayer. So that alone, those are game styles that aren't around anymore, to be honest, other than Counter-Strike Go. And
is the Doom multiplayer like that?
The Doom multiplayer is not good. The Doom multiplayer tries to play very much like Quake Arena. And when I say tries, I mean it fails miserably. Because it has the speed, and it sort of has the same kind of floatiness that most of those games had back then. The only downside is that the weapons don't match the style. So you still have very modern first-person shooter weapons in this the old original style of movement. Really, it doesn't really work out quite well. The game modes are a little boring. The maps are very linear. They're very silly. But yeah, and Overwatch finally, I played the open beta, and that shit got me hooked. Me and a few other people, we're all on like Overwatch withdrawal. We really needed to you think about it a lot. You're like, man, it would be really cool to play this character again, or try this out, or get this skin, or whatever. Because the neat thing and the charm about Overwatch compared to like League of Legends, for example, you don't really pick a champion. Yes, there are people you like. I like playing. I have a lot of fun playing Junkrat.
I was just about to ask, like, who are your favorite characters that you've played with so far?
But right now I'm switching between like Roadhog, Junkrat, Tracer, Mercy. Like, it's a game that you really have to switch characters in. You're not really expected to stay on one character per match unless you guys are doing really well. So you are forced to get used to the cast of characters. And they're all really interesting characters. They're all really fun. They all have nice interactions with each other. So you never feel like you're... Like, if you have to play a healer, there's never really that moment where you're like, oh, I have to play a fucking healer, this shitty character. You're like, no, this character's actually really fun. They have some really cool gimmicks. They have some really cool abilities. And you learn to use them. And once you learn to use them, once you master them, you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. You kind of can pick up anyone. That being said, Bastion's still a fucking asshole. Because he's a robot that turns into a turret. And so what he does is he'll literally go into a corner, and so you can't sneak up behind him, and he'll just fucking lay waste to your entire team, and there's almost nothing you can do because people, for some reason, haven't figured out that Genji destroys Bastion easily. Because Genji has this move where he could deflect bullets.
There's an article on Kotaku about leaving Bastion alone. I didn't read it.
Bastion alone.
It seems like it's the kind of like main target that they're going after.
Yeah, I mean he's very noob friendly. And a lot of when I say noob friendly, I mean like you feel powerful with him because you'll get a lot of kills. And unless you've dealt with a Bastion before, you're not gonna know what to do. You're just gonna feel really frustrated. But he's not overly difficult. But yeah, the game's really fun, man. Besides that, what games are you, besides MLB The Show, what games have you been looking forward to? Do you want to play, or? I
want to get going on to Uncharted 4. I'm hearing everybody talking about it, and I want to play it very badly, but MLB The Show has this kind of like weird...
This pull on you?
Not even pull, like it has this weird game mode where you're collecting cards and stuff like that. And I used to collect baseball cards, so this is why it's like an old habit that's not dying. But
yeah, I noticed.
No,
I noticed you really, really going for those cards.
It's fun, but because you can sell like high priced ones for crazy amounts of like in-game currency, which is insane. But also, it's something that I can do. I can catch up on like my podcasts that I listen to and whatnot, and also at the same time, since I don't have a lot of games to play, it's something that doesn't get boring to me, especially because I'm playing online and it's very competitive online, and it's not like cheap competitive where everybody's gonna do the same thing. And the frustration of like there's a bullshit way that I lost yesterday where I was winning going into like the last couple of bets, and I had 2 outs already, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna win this, and then hit stolen bait, a wild pitch, and they were second and third, and then I hit this. Then this guy hits this chopper to the first baseman. I run to the first base bag, and he gets called safe, and I'm so angry about that I don't notice the second guy coming around, and he scores and he wins. And I get so I was like, fuck this game. This is the bullshit that I hate.
Wow.
And there've been so many stupid fucking ways that I've lost online that I'm just like, okay. Best thing though that happened to an opponent I faced last week. He went to go catch a ball that was going up against the wall. And as he went to go catch it, it bounced off his head and went over for a home run, and I won the game. I was like, that's amazing. It's so weird.
That's kind of cool that it can happen in that game too. Yeah. It's not like programmed to just like nope.
Oh no, that game is programmed to fuck you over so many ways. I've been on both sides of being fucked over really nicely, and sometimes there's shit going my way that I'm like, I'm not complaining. The way that I lost last night, that I initially was like, that's it, I'm not playing online anymore. That's about it. But other than that, just a little bit not feeling right today. But that's another story for another day.
Poor guy.
Wrestling. How about that wrestling? You watched Extreme Rules? What did you think about that?
I watched Extreme Rules. This is my first WWE pay-per-view event that I've seen in a long time. I've seen matches, but this is the first like full through. Really surprised by it. I mean, the opening match, the tag team match was actually really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really just a beat down on the Usos for like
which made me laugh
half of it.
But that also infuriated me at the end of the night because the Usos did not sell that beatdown.
No, they didn't. They came out all
they were
like,
yeah, we're ready to go. Say, ooh, you said,
for some reason, nothing's coming to mind with the match that came afterwards.
It was the match after that one.
It wasn't
was
the
Rusev versus Kalisto.
That was a freaking okay. So Kalisto can sell a hit.
Kalisto's good.
He can really sell a hit, and he's a really good technical wrestler.
Yeah.
Which was really nice to watch, and I actually think that the Bulgarian Brute, like he is such a good persona, like he is such a great persona and a good wrestler too.
The way they built him in the first year, he was like this unstoppable monster, and then he even came out at WrestleMania 31 in a tank. I told you about this when he went to go fight against John Cena. He came out in a tank, and then he kind of fell to the wayside. They fed him to Cena. Cena beat him, and that was the end of it. But they're starting to rebuild him up to be this like giant monster, which I really, really like.
He's what, the U.S. champion?
He's the U.S. champ, which he's going to lose to John Cena when John Cena comes back on Monday.
But, really good match because you have the speed versus the strength, you know what I mean? And then the 4-way match.
The match of the night.
Oh my god!
Contender for top 5 match of the year.
That match was so good.
That match was really good.
Like, you know what I like about 4-way matches though? That I'm starting to notice is that there's a momentum to it. Like you're watching when you watch a normal like 1-on-1 match. There's those moments where they're like kind of just wandering around.
That's what kind of hindered the following match after that, the Jericho versus Ambrose Asylum match. I have a few thoughts about that.
We'll get to that one because I want to talk about just.
Fatal 4-way.
I kind of like The Miz. Like, I didn't think I would like The Miz, and I'm starting to enjoy him.
So, The Miz, I'm going to give you a little bit of my story. The Miz kind of, there's a great story on The Miz. There's a really great promo, too, from when he had his WrestleMania main event against Cena, where he was standing in front of this editing station, and he's playing all the clips from, like, him on The Real World and all that, and him being the tough enough host. And then when they finally gave him, like, that singles push, he cut this promo. He had just won the United States Championship when the belt meant nothing. He just won the title, but he made it seem like it was the the greatest title in the world. He started this promo in the locker room where he's like, I got kicked out of the locker room for eating chicken over someone's bag and crumbs getting on their bag. I had to change in fucking audience bathrooms. Like, it was really good. And then he started cutting good promos. Then he did this really, really fantastic promo at WrestleMania where it was set to the tune of Nas's You Can Hate Me Now. Where it's like, everybody hates me. The internet hates me. The casual fan hates me. Everybody hates me. But I think they hate being me. And then again, a sign of like, this guy was really good. Kind of fell to the wayside again. And most recent, like they'll give him an Intercontinental title thing here and there. But they were kind of like meaningless wins. And then now partnering him up with his wife. Who now it kind of adds an extra layer to like you're a fucking asshole and we hate you. Yeah. But even that, like being in the ring with three really good people like Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, it makes him a lot better and it helps him only get better and not flounder. And I give The Miz credit, man, because The Miz is always the talking piece for them. When they have media events or they need something, he's not afraid to just be like, I got you, I'll do this. Yeah. And he's good. I cannot fault him for,
But let's also talk about Cesaro.
Oh, that's my boot. That's my man crush.
Roundhouse uppercutting everybody.
Those European uppercuts, that train he did, I fucking love it. And
Cesaro's 3-man body.
The indie, I call it the indie spot, where it's the power bomb into the 2 suplexes. Yeah. But Cesaro could lift everybody, and I think he could pile everybody, including cameramen and referees, in the ring at that same time and just pick them all up. And then his Psycho Crusher. I fucking love his Psycho Crusher. No, so he's one of my top. I have like a top 5 like favorite of everybody that's in WWE right now. That's all around. It's him, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura. No, I wouldn't count AJ. I like AJ, but it's just AJ's not real for me. Even when he was in TNA, I wasn't really big on AJ. And probably the New Day. This is collective because then. Oh yeah. Oh, and Enzo. I would say more Enzo than Cass, but Enzo Amore, man, he came back last night, and it's just not. It's just if he doesn't miss the beat. But to fast forward, so that match was really good. Sami Zayn starts off the match with the hell of a kick. And haluva kick, excuse me, and then Kevin Owens just being Kevin Owens. Yeah, there's a really funny spot. It's my title. There's a really funny spot on Raw last night where he has AJ Styles in a headlock, and he goes, he's like, "Shut up, Cole! I can hear you from here." And Michael Cole is in mid sentence and just stops. I was like, I fucking love Kevin Owens, man. So at the beginning of the match, he puts AJ in a headlock, and it's really quiet. And he goes, "Headlock Master," and I was just like, "You're the man."
That's great.
So anyway, let's fast forward.
So let's go past that match because we could go to the second lowest point. I felt for the pay-per-view.
It was the lowest point.
I don't know, that Asylum match was terrible.
Jericho came out with his fucking his mom jeans and then his knee-high boots. I was like,
that stupid scarf.
I was like, he looks like one of those Spanish girls that work at our job.
Yeah, he does.
With his scarf.
Oh man, like I like Dean Ambrose. I don't think he can wrestle, but I still like him.
He can wrestle.
He can like. I was about to say strong style.
He's a brawler. He's a brawler. He's the.
It's not a good,
post neck injury Austin kind of fight.
Yeah.
Like Austin really, after the neck injury, he couldn't really wrestle correctly. His knees were shot. But Austin, man, was stomp the shit out of you and make it entertaining. The match picked up towards the end. I like the whole thumbtack spot, but
it was nice to see thumbtacks.
It was. I think the orders of that match should have been flip flop. I think that the Asylum match should have went on before the IC title match, and then kind of not only that, but the kind of like PG-esque style way of like, we're gonna do these, every weapon shot is gonna be to your abdomen, and it even showed a little bit with the AJ beating everybody up with a chair later on. Yeah, more on that in a bit. He kind of, I was just like, oh god damn, this match would have been so much awesome if like they were just all bloodied up, and because.
And actually made use of the weapons.
Ambrose came from CZW, as he is known as Knox, Johnny Knox. He used to have these like ultra violent like bloody matches, which I go, man, nothing's worth like some of the backyard wrestling shit, especially from ZZW. I'm just like nope.
They're crazy.
And then here's another telling sign that match was pretty boring. There was a spot where Ambrose jumped off the cage and nobody cared.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit. It was
okay,
like
whatever.
that was supposed to be like the biggest part of that whole match, and that and the thumbtacks. But we can skip the other match.
The Divas match.
Yeah.
Here's the sad part. They've had better match. They had a really good match at NXT back in the day. And even their match last month was good. I just hate that they need to give Charlotte like a gimmick way to win every time. Just let her fucking win.
Yeah.
I was reading today. They may try out a women's Money in the Bank match.
Whoa.
Which
that'd be kind of cool.
If you take all the female wrestlers that are really good right now and put them in one ladder match, that's gonna be insane. And then the main event was Roman Don't Boo Me Reigns, or When It Rains It Boos. Versus a phenomenal AJ Styles. And it was a really good match. It was a repeat of their previous match.
Yeah, it was almost exactly the same. It was you know what though? It was a little charming to see when they were walking around the whole arena. And
I gotta show you
I
gotta show you a video. My friend was in the crowd for that.
Oh really?
I gotta show you a video.
But after AJ Styles gets knocked on the I forgot what they call it, that glass table thing. So Reigns is over by the crowd, and there's one guy like, "You got this, Reigns. You got this." And he's like, "Real." Like everyone else is like, "You fucking suck." And there's just one guy who's like,
"It's like the fat guy."
It's okay.
The fat guy that got really excited. I know exactly who you're talking about. He was wearing a blue and white shirt. He was like, "Yeah."
So like, I don't know. I like little moments like that. But yeah, same bullshit. Usos, Gallows.
But that, I've told you my complaint about having AJ just get fucking destroyed, and then Reigns get fucking destroyed only for him to lose by a spear. God damn it! Where is this video? All right, here it is. I just walked right by him. Damn, did you hear?
That's
Reigns
so
getting booed?
I don't know how this guy comes out.
Look who else my friend got to meet.
Of course, he would be there.
He was wearing a New Day sweater too.
So let's think about.
Oh my God, we forgot
the New Day match. Yeah.
The New Day and the Vaudevillains had a match, and
good match. It was a good match. It was a. If correct me, because I'm not a pro like you.
Good.
But it was a very by the book match.
No, it wasn't. I'll tell you why. Because they never let Xavier in a fucking tag team match ever.
Really?
It's usually Kofi and Big E.
I asked you this question, and you told me that he does wrestle.
He wrestles, but it's been a while. That's how. Just like we forgot the match on the card, we forgot that too. But
when I say textbook, it was just very. This is what you expect from a tag team
I didn't think they were going to win. I honestly thought the Vaudevillains were going to win, and then have them feud with Enzo and Cass because of what happened last month.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win. I had a feeling.
Yeah,
New Day is, as you know, it's this unstoppable force.
They're like ridiculously good, and it's like at first you're like, this is stupid, and then you're like, that's kind of funny, and then that's kind of funny. That's actually really funny.
It gets to you.
And then
I thought it was really corny. Like whenever they did the W, I was like, this is so stupid. And then as I'm sitting there, I'm like,
but just because of Big E's like intensively
big dick.
Yeah, he's just like he's just looking at you, and you're like, damn, that's awesome. But what I love is
they it's cool because not only do they give the crowd energy. And the crowd gives them energy, but they feed off of the crowd and enhance it. Like even when the crowd chanting normally, he's like getting into it, and it's just like you get it. Like it really starts to everything amps up.
I fucking love the thing with the trombone. Anytime they go to throw somebody into the ring, boom, and then it just gets the crowd like fucking lively. Even when I showed you when they were heels and their progression towards like. Here they are as heels, and then this is when they're starting to shift over to the faces because they're starting to finally realize it's like minor pop, big pop, huge pop, extremely loud pop, and now it's like it's the most sought after part.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna show you one day. I just don't know when. Like a clip of them from WrestleMania last year, not the one that just passed, but the previous one. They were on the pre-show. No reaction. No reaction.
Wow.
Now, the fucking stadium almost exploded.
Yeah, everyone fucking. I booty.
Get you a Bootios. I'm gonna get you a Bootio shirt.
Please, I would actually appreciate that.
And then
wait, sorry, I just wanted to say one last thing. Not about the tag match though.
No, this
about
is
the main event.
That's what I was gonna say about the
Mr. Rollins.
Yeah, Money in the Bank. I'm Seth Rollins. No, I was so happy to see Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see him.
Oh man, I know. I know. Watch. I'm gonna make you watch when the food gets here. I'm gonna make you watch the Shield versus the Wyatt family.
I want to see that. Yes, I would like to see that.
It is one of no lie. There's the energy in the building. It's like.
All right, guys. For those of you who are not interested in wrestling, I am very sorry, Daniel. But other than that,
this is it.
But we will be back, and we're gonna, of course, have the news to abuse. It's gonna be a little off the cuff, but you know,
I'm Adam from What
It'll
Culture,
be fun.
and this is the Uptownstrangers podcast.
Imagine if we ever get him, like we ever get to that point where we can have a studio.
For us?
Yeah, that'd be dope. All right, guys. I love you, and we'll see you soon.
It's sad that our the most wanted person on the show is, but besides girlfriend of the show, Daisy Ridley, unofficial boyfriend of the show, Adam from What Culture.
I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and these are the 5 greatest ways to end this segment.
My name is Enzo Alore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing? I am Smack Talker Skywalker, and I got a mic saber for a hater.
And we're back! Ladies and gentlemen, Uptownstrangers and the Punch-Out Podcast is proud to present your 2-time Podcasts of the Year awards that will never happen because we do a shitty podcast about nerd stuff. Anyway, we are back with this week's edition of the News to... What's the segment called again?
Abuse.
Abuse. The News to Abuse. Not are we getting 2 Xboxes, but we are getting 2 new Xbox Ones. We're going to start off here in the realm of Microland. According to Kotaku, yes, Stefan, your favorite website, Kotaku, and a couple other sites out there like Verge and Polygon, Microsoft is preparing at least 2 new Xbox models for release in the next 2 years. Later this year, we'll see a cheaper, smaller Xbox One with 2 terabyte hard drive, which is double of what's the kind of like lead right now. But I think it's not bad. But I also think those third party things are gonna get upped a bit if you can do that. And oh motherfucker, my phone went off in the middle of that. And next year, and then next year, Microsoft will release an Xbox 1.5.2.7 version of their premier console. This more powerful version of the console is set to have a release date in 2017, like I said. The newer Xbox, codenamed Scorpio. Well, Scorpio. Hank Scorpio.
Oh, God. Scorpio.
Here. You can take my jacket. What? I didn't even give you my jacket. Oh, shit. I feel stupid. It would have more powerful GPU. Essentially, it's gonna be more powerful than the the PlayStation Neo, according to some tests that they ran. The system would also be technically capable of supporting the Oculus Rift. It's also rumored that Microsoft is looking for a partnership with Oculus. Which, can you imagine Oculus and HoloLens? Well, it really wouldn't work. I feel dumb for saying that.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of.
Sorry, I have too much energy.
There's some rumors about how. God damn it! There's some rumors about how the HoloLens isn't working out quite as expected.
Yeah, it's not Tony Stark in it.
So a lot of people are starting to speculate whether or not there's going to be a partnership with Oculus, because we all know that Valve supports the Vive, and the only other VR headset that's really available right now is for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So Oculus right now, from what I've been hearing, it's in the middle. The Vive is a lot better in certain aspects. The controller's a lot better too. And a lot of people are going towards PlayStation VR because it's the cheapest option and it's the most accessible.
Because of Vive and all that shit. Not only do you have to pay $500-$600 for your headsets,
but you need a computer that can run it, which will cost you almost $1,000. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that news.
A little bit more of Microsoft news. This seems to be the start of a new direction for Microsoft, who plans on putting out more hardware every year. Sort of like, not like the Apple motif, but a little bit, maybe like 2 years, they'll put out a new version of their current consoles, or maybe just new consoles altogether, which they will work on making them backwards compatible. That's their biggest kind of selling point.
That's scary, man. That's really scary to think about, that we can get a console every year, every 2 years or so.
They're going to take the Apple motif and kind of give us like a new phone every year, but us nerds will buy it.
Will we? Or will we just say, you know what, maybe it's time to build that dream PC we've all been thinking about?
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know, man.
Depends on what they can do with that. Excuse me for a second, because I know my phone keeps going off while I'm trying to read this. Kotaku also is reporting... Oh, no, sorry. I didn't finish my thing. My Microsoft story. They also plan on making more games that will work across home consoles and Windows 10. So you can do more cross-platforming. And they kind of show that off with Halo Wars 2 as kind of like the linchpin or the beacon of the direction they kind of want to go.
Another thing is... with the new graphics drivers like DirectX 12 or whatever, it should be a lot easier to have that cross-platform play. I think a big push is going to be made towards that. Oh, man, that would be beautiful. That would be such a good day. They don't have to be like, oh, you have it for Xbox One? Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Now you can be like, we can all play in one friendly ecosystem. Under us.
We swim where we pee.
This is true.
We swim where we pee.
We shall find out more during Microsoft's E3 press conference on June 13th at 12:30 Eastern Time, which is 9:30 Pacific Time.
Yeah.
We won't be there.
We are going to be there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
In spirit.
You can watch the Uptownstrangers coverage of the Microsoft, Sony, and all other press conferences.
We will be covering all things video games related, coming out of E3 at the Las Vegas Convention Center.
LA.
Las Vegas Convention Center.
That's the Avians.
Yeah. That's
CES.
CES and adult movie. Anyway, so speaking of that, what's next?
Oh, I was like, Kotaku, and this is some sad news for me because you know how much I'm looking forward to this game. Kotaku is reporting that No Man's Sky will not be hitting its June 21st release date.
That's
sad.
Good. No, that's good.
That was coming out my birthday.
I know, but you know what, man? At least lately, lately when games get delayed, they end up getting a lot better.
Uncharted 4.
And especially with a game, Uncharted 4. But especially with a game like No Man's Sky, I really want that to come out perfect, ready to play. I want it to be an amazing experience. So if they need to take extra time, so be it.
On a quick side note, if any of our listeners want to get me a birthday gift, they can get me that super sexy collector's edition that comes with the vinyl.
Wow.
Because I'm a hipster. The new rumor can be confirmed, because actually someone sent me this picture. I'm not going to mention who, but someone sent me GameStop marketing for the game that says...
We have exclusive content.
I can actually confirm this. This is a Uptownstrangers exclusive. No, I can confirm this because a buddy of mine who works for GameStop sent me marketing of the game, which says that the date has changed. So... you can take that for whatever you believe.
You could take that to the... Well, not really.
There's actually a bit of interesting news. Starting in September, Netflix will be the only pay-for-TV service in the United States that will have access to Disney theatrical releases once they're out of cinemas.
Oh, thank God.
The streaming service announced the start date for the... Wait. This is... made a typo. I apologize. The streaming service announced the start date for the exclusive deal in a blog post on its website. In 2012, Netflix outbid networks like HBO and made an offer to pay hundreds of millions of dollars per year to be able to stream the titles exclusively. The new deal includes all access to all of Disney's properties, including Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. It was announced last year that Star Wars The Force Awakens would stream on Netflix in Canada first before moving to other regions.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because Netflix used to have access to like some of the older Marvel movies like Thor and stuff.
What I'm surprised is that I wonder if they're going to do all of Disney's back catalog. Can you imagine that? All the shit that's in the Disney vault. You can watch all those animated movies. You can even get those racist movies.
That'd be cool.
That rides are based off
maybe
of
maybe
Splash
not
Mountain.
the racist ones. But yeah.
I can see the bluebirds too. Skipping it do.
Oh, you guys like songs in the South? Well, guess what? Man, it wasn't that loud. We got songs of the South too. The songening.
Some Uncharted news. Uncharted.
The Zimmerman Files.
Oh boy, Electric Boogaloo. Uncharted 4, Thief's End is off to a great start commercially as well as critically. Worldwide sales during the game's first week of release topped almost 3 million copies, which is crazy for an exclusive. Which is crazy for an exclusive.
Wait, let me fucking process this, man. But no, that is crazy. Uncharted is a game that was highly anticipated. I know a lot of people were waiting to get their hands on that. It's actually no surprise.
But good things for that.
Yeah, there's no surprise that the game's getting such good reviews. I also heard that it's one of the rare examples of developers learning from past mistakes. There were a lot. I think Uncharted 3 was not as critically acclaimed as the other ones in the series, but like did have some issues with it, some bugs and glitches and stuff, and they seem to went through and fixed a lot of that, and so as well as some of the low points in the story.
Well, remember the E3 demo of Uncharted 4 that didn't work, and there was that awkward moment. Yeah, but then they restarted it. There's actually a Easter egg trophy for that. Where if you kind of like don't do anything at the beginning of the level, you just get a trophy, and it says, "Oh, this seems familiar."
Oh, that's funny.
So not only that, but if you've seen the work that Naughty Dog's done with The Last of Us, and kind of, I think Naughty Dog as a developer,
I would love The Last of Us too.
We'll see at the Sony press conference on June 13th. So I think Naughty Dog is in that kind of top tier of developers like Rockstar. And I think just Rockstar, I can think off the top of my head, where everything that they put out is good and it's golden and it's going to be loved, but it's also, you're going to appreciate it. Like Rockstar came out recently and said that there's no games in development for fiscal year 2016, and that goes all the way through to April of 2017. So even if they do, let's say, announce Red Dead 2 or announce whatever, we may not get a game. Yeah. But I give them tons of credit, man.
Would you shit yourself if you saw Red Dead 2? Or Red whatever.
I guess this would be Red Dead 3. Because everybody forgets Revolver.
Yeah, technically it's Red Dead 3, but
Revolver's so bad, but it's so good at the same time. You know what I would shit myself? If they announced a new Manhunt. Like, you can do it as not as bad as 2, but you can kind of go back to that 1, kind of like that voyeuristic kind of like torture porn.
I don't think they'll ever revisit Manhunt.
I think they would.
I think they want to distance themselves.
Rape culture. Yeah, I forgot. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't do that shit now. Unless it's a
State of Emergency 2.
Unless it's
State of Emergency 3.
Unless it's like hatred. Oh.
You could do it like The Purge. If you made like Manhunt like The Purge, people would buy it. People go see those Purge movies. That's why there's like a new one again this year.
The Purge.
The figures represent sell-through data, copies sold to consumers for both retail disc and digital copies from May 10th to the 16th. So those are just first week sales, which are... Sony did not release their numbers anywhere else in the world. The 2.7 million is just in North America alone and is the fastest selling PS4 game on the console. So, I have to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Are you excited for Thor Ragnarok?
Of course.
Well, you should be, because not only is it going to be a lot more Hulk, as we were told. But Marvel announced that Jeff Goldblum, Carl Urban, and Tessa Thompson will be joining Mark Ruffalo, Kate Blanchett, Tom Hiddleston, and Chris Hemsworth in its movie about the Asgardian prince.
More like Asgard. Yeah, seriously, that's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
I can't fucking wait.
You know what else? You know who's gonna be in that movie?
Idris Elba.
I wish Beta Ray Bill was gonna be in this movie.
They can't get Sarah Jessica Parker. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was a good one. Hi-yo.
Zing. Hey, bow.
I chugga too early.
Jeff Goldblum will play Grandmaster, a character who first appeared in Marvel's comics, The Avengers number 69.
Really? That's funny.
The Grandmaster is one of the elders of the universe, one of the oldest beings in existence as a member of one of the first intelligent races to evolve following the Big
So
Bang.
how do you think he's gonna pull off that?
It's Jeff Goldblum. We don't even have to ask.
You see, that's when I created.
That's pretty funny.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all I have on that one. There's
Oh,
another
Goldblum.
line that I threw, but it doesn't matter. Carl Urban will play the Asgardian warrior Scourge, an infamous, powerful Asgardian warrior, eventually gaining the Executioner for his skill in battle. Tessa Thompson will also join the cast as Ragnarok as Valkyrie.
Oh, that's okay. That's pretty cool.
And I can hear you racist already. But she's black girl, blah blah blah. She was Apollo Creed. She was in Creed. She was this dude's girlfriend. She's pretty. She's really pretty. The same arguments that people have for Heimdall, I can already hear for Valkyrie.
Yeah, whatever.
But I again, if you're on either fence of this social justice,
Well, I think
thingy.
we can all agree that
No.
most summer blockbusters have to do 4 things.
shut up,
They have
please.
to have
Don't no
great
that guy.
storytelling.
Fuck that guy. We don't need to give him
Continuity.
views. We don't need to give him views.
Not be offensive.
Just don't listen to our podcast if you sway one way. Just turn off the podcast.
Look,
right now.
man,
Just
honestly,
just click it off.
You know what?
I'm tired of this.
I'm gonna just say this one thing.
I'm tired of both sides, the racist and the social justice. Yeah, see, somebody's cheering me
Like,
outside.
who gives a fuck, everyone? Just fucking enjoy it for what it is and stop fucking bitching and complaining.
Suck my dick. Sorry. A little.
Why do they
backstory.
always have to play African drums whenever they show T'Challa?
All right,
That's
like the
racist.
Grandmaster, Valkyrie first appeared in the Avengers comics, but later became a staple figure on the Defenders team. Valkyrie was born a non-divine as.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
Now you know who Valkyrie is?
No, I know who I've been know who Valkyrie is. I'm just saying, you just reminded me of some more Marvel movie news. We'll
Okay,
get to
cool.
that in a second.
Valkyrie was born a non-divine Asgardian under the
I thought
name
you were going to say a non-smoker.
a non-smoker, divine under the name Brunhilda,
Brunhilde.
and was handpicked by Odin, Thor's father, to command the Valkyria, a group of female warriors. Kate Blanchett will also play the villainess Hela, the alleged daughter of Loki.
That's cool.
We should play a game. Is it Kate Blanchett or Tilda Swinton? That's another idea I had. The alleged daughter... just in different movies. Was Tilda Swinton or Kate Blanchett in this? The alleged daughter of Loki and a goddess of death, Hela is considered to be a great threat to the Asgardian people and will be the main enemy in Ragnarok.
That's cool.
I'm not done yet.
What was the name of for some reason I'm forgetting her name. I'm mixing her up with some chick from DC. I think her name is
Enchantress.
it's Enchantress, right? She's the
both.
one with the dude with the fucking axe.
Yeah.
Fucking, I forget his name now for some reason.
Scythe.
Is his name Scythe?
Fife. He's part of Tribe Called Quest. Rest in peace. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige said the addition of these actors will make up the series feel even more powerful and unique than anything that's come out of it before. The sheer raw talent of each of these actors bring to the screen can't be... What? Raw talent each of these actors bring to the screen can't be... I gotta stop quoting people, Feige said. Having any one of them join the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be an honor, Hodor. And having all of them is incredible. Oh, fuck. Okay. Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I just close this out. I gotta stop writing these emails. Mark Ruffalo will reprise his role as the Hulk, obviously, for this film. And Chris Hemsworth will play Goldilocks.
Wow.
Tom Hiddleston, everybody's favorite, will be back as Loki. And Natalie Portman, who plays Thor main love interest Jane Foster, can go fuck herself because
Good.
she is not in this movie.
Good.
Thor Ragnarok hits theaters October 25th, 2017.
Don't grab the mic like that.
I'm sorry, dramatic pause.
No, that's cool. Oh, so the other bit of news. I don't know. I want to see Thor Ragnarok. I'm really excited for it. It's hard to. It's also very exciting to think.
We're getting to the end.
Yeah, we're getting. Dude, not only are we getting towards the end, but fuck, man, like.
Or maybe are we
What's-
getting to the beginning?
What's the next thing to be excited about? Doctor Strange. That shit's coming out so soon. It's gonna be right around, as soon as we know it. As soon as we know it.
I want to do a Doctor Strange retrospect. Like a 5 videos to watch.
Well,
5 videos to watch, 5 comics to read.
Doctor Strange is an enigma. Anyway,
Hashtag whitewash.
but did you hear the rumor about Wilson Fisk making his way into the Spider-Man movie?
Oh!
Did you hear about that?
Oh, no.
They're thinking about it. They're actually considering having
Vincent D'Onofrio in that
D'Onofrio being playing the Kingpin
Oh!
in the Spider-Man.
Oh!
Like, when I heard that news, I was like, "Can we please? I want this now. Make it happen."
Hashtag, you know what? The name of this episode is going to be Wilson Fisk needs to be in Spider-Man. That's it.
Dude, that would be so awesome. Hey, you know what that means?
I just started tearing up.
We'll get it's be like I must get people to take out this Spider-Man. And then who's it gonna get? The Shocker. Anyway.
Oh shit! Speaking of which, Michael Keaton is back
Back,
on to
yeah,
play the
he's
fucking
back
Vulture.
on.
So think about this, guys.
Whoa. Who said he's playing the Vulture?
They confirmed it.
Oh man,
I don't care.
that's awesome. No, I think it's
Birdman is playing the Vulture. Batman is playing the Vulture. Multiplicity is playing the Vulture.
They probably, you know what it is. I kind of have a feeling this is how it went. So thank you for coming over, Mr. Keaton. We just wanted to discuss the Spider-Man role with you. So we've narrowed you down to a character that I think you and I will both like. A character I think you'll enjoy playing, and I think you've played it before, so it should be very,
I'm not
right
playing
up your
Batman.
alley. No. We Batman's a different company.
I
altogether.
don't want to play Birdman.
No, we don't have a Birdman, but we do have a Vulture man, also known as the Vulture.
Fuck this.
No, it's really cool. He's
Guys,
actually this
I'm
guy
out.
in a
Nope.
Vulture costume. We're gonna spiff it all up for the movie, and he
I'm out.
then he probably went home and started thinking about it. He's like, "What is this Vulture?"
He probably went home and said, no, this probably happened. He probably went home, got his Vanity Fair and his like Hollywood Reporter and saw Marvel Civil War makes 200
Civil War makes $200 million.
Spider-Man, the key, everybody loves Spider-Man and there's much anticipation for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Wait. This is how it goes. No, not even that. It's hold on a second. I'm getting a call. I don't know what the 646 number. Hold on. Hey, hello. It's
Hey, this is Michael Keaton. I'm in.
Guys, we just got Michael Keaton back.
Hollywood Reporter says.
This is breaking news. It's like that Simpsons episode, the guy under the table for the Radioactive Man movie.
That's great. Who else is in Homecoming?
That's all we know about so far, I think.
Downey's in it.
Yeah, Downey's gonna be Iron Man. Downey. You know what's
You've ruined
funny?
that for me.
Wait, I might have to cut this out. So I got home, right? I looked in the mirror and I was just all fucking like puffy and lit up.
Nope.
Wait.
Cutting it out.
So the whole time I'm like, I had this moment where I was like, oh man, I look so like fucking goofy. I gotta try and look like mean, right? So I went like this, and I made myself laugh, and then I tried different things where I was like, where would you like different like fucking Zoolander shit? Each time at the end of it, I was just like, man, I just look like a big Downey.
There you go. There you go.
All right, so
Michael Keaton, right? That's gonna be awesome.
Michael Keaton, that son of a bitch.
Oh god damn it! I gotta show you this. Bike
Marissa
riding is
Tomei.
tiring, but at least I get this now.
Wow, defeats the purpose.
America.
You know, having Michael Keaton on this film, specifically Michael Keaton, seeing the choice they're going with the villains as well. I'm excited. I like the choices they're making. They feel like real choices. that really fit the characters and was really going to fit the role rather than just the way they used to do Amazing Spider-Man, which is just get anybody.
Ha ha ha! Don't tell Harry.
Don't tell Harry.
Peter Parker. I was there the night I cleaned your dad's wounds. Oh, thank you, old man, for telling us this now. I'm burnt to shit now, but thank you.
I remember the octopus at the end of the movie. He's like, wait, what did he say again before he dies? Doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, so that was it. That's all the news we got.
Really liked science. No, I got 3 more pieces.
Okay, cool. Let's get it done.
All right, so let's get her done. John Carpenter is returning to do another Halloween.
Next.
I take it you don't like that.
I don't care anymore.
So New York Comic Con has a new ticketing process. As you know, you have to register for it. Did you register?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody go register. You have until June 13th.
You have to register. You have to do this now. This is going to be the first time they're doing this for New York Comic Con. And I think I speak for everyone when I say let's hope let's just hope it gets better from here.
Or else you guys won't get Uptownstrangers from New York Comic Con this year.
Uptownstrangers outside of New York Comic Con because we can't go in. Look at these people all dressed up as My Little Ponies.
Stan Lee also announced this is his last New York Comic Con.
And probably his last year.
Oh, Jesus. He's not going to do
old.
So he's got 2 conventions in California, so he's not really going to make the rounds anymore. All these stops this year is his last stops. That's it.
Yeah, probably. In 2016, he's going to take another fucking victim.
Wow, Jesus Christ. Excelsior, true believers.
Yeah, dude, if you have the time and energy to wait on a really long line to have him sign something for you, now's the time.
I've told you my Stanley story. I've had a terrible experience meeting him. He's probably nice, but I just probably caught him on the wrong day.
Doesn't matter, man. You get him to sign something cool, you're good.
Got that omnibus.
Get him. Go buy a Cap 1.
And lastly, actually 2 more pieces. One thing, the WWE announced they're going to separate the rosters again, do a brand expansion, and SmackDown's going live on Tuesdays now, starting July 14th, I think. Which is interesting, because now, instead of having the same bullshit on each show, you can have the same bullshit every week on the same shows.
So, would it be safe to say that NXT is like...
the superior brand? Yes.
No. Not even that. But NXT is the puffed up and primed version of ECW now? No,
because it's not hard. There's not hardcore.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it would be like the...
No, it's like the
Disney
developmental
princess version of ECW, where it's like, more intimate setting.
It's like the Ring of Honor version of WWE.
That makes more sense.
Essentially, and the New Japan version of WWE.
That makes more sense. Okay.
And lastly, there's been a shakeup because of Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman.
And an interesting twist: the now creative of both Marvel and DC. Sorry, that made no sense. Of DC Entertainment, comics and movie-wise, is headed by Jeff Johns. Which we shall see where it goes from there.
Look, DC, you have a lot of catching up to do.
They're trying to do the Kevin Feige thing, because Kevin Feige was a writer.
He freaking made that shit a fuck. He brought that shit together, man. Him and a whole bunch of other people, but still, it's nice to see that somebody finally has control over something that he actually likes and enjoys. It's not just some studio that it's like, I don't know what the X-Men are, but we got the rights to it, so let's make an X-Men movie. I got an idea.
That one broke.
Stop dropping your damn phone when you're here. Yeah. I don't have a carpeted rug like you.
I don't have a carpeted rug.
I know, but you fucking opening day hat.
You got to fight for your right to Feige.
Speaking of Feige, speaking of fighting for your right, it's all about that brass monkey. Is that it? That's all we got?
That is all for the news this week.
Yeah,
Join us next week where we have more news stories to tell.
Not much happened this week, but
we got most of the major stuff out.
Yeah, most of the major crap out there. There's some rumors going on about games and shit that's coming out, but who cares? Because those are rumors, and we don't deal with rumors here at Uptown Strangers.
Yeah, no, we're all about the official.
We're all about that Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Anyway, guys, we'll be back. We have a small little discussion piece for you, and
We do?
We do. I see. A surprise. I caught him. All right, guys. We'll
Got him! I'm sorry.
Wow. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
It must be a Mario. He takes racing too seriously.
He takes everything too seriously.
You motherfuckers invite non-Nintendo characters onto my track? Now this is auto racing! Holy shit! He's killing all the non-Nintendo racers!
Hey, guys. We're back.
Hello.
And we have a small little discussion piece, or I have a small little discussion piece for Brendan. Here's a very simple question. Okay. So...
Titties.
Gross. So comic book movies.
Yes.
They have gone from being shitty,
Howard the Duck.
very lazily created,
Electra.
like even before that, we're talking like with the Captain America movie,
Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
and Spider-Man.
Catwoman.
So we had a bunch of bad movies, but now we seem to be finally getting the formula right. We're getting these really nice Marvel. Wait, hear me out. We're getting these really nice Marvel movies, these so X-Men movies, and these there's potential Batman. I mean, there's potential DC movies. So we have the more respectable format for these comic movies, right?
Yes.
Now, video game movies, Warcraft included in this, haven't been going over so well with the public and with fans as well. They've been kind of shitty. The Assassin's Creed trailer dropped. People were like, okay.
Where'd you use Kanye?
And we haven't yet to really have a good... just kick it right back in. A good video game movie as of yet. Now there's recent news of Nintendo wanting to enter the movie business.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, yeah, but they haven't come out with a movie yet. So until they do, but anyway, Nintendo wants to come out with a movie or start making movies. They want to start making more Nintendo-based movie, whether that's just going to be animated or they're actually going to branch into more live-action work. So with that being said, do you think...
A quick question, side note on that.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that Zelda Netflix series that we're supposed to get?
So with that being said... Yeah, that never happened. Well, with that being said, do you think that... do you think Nintendo is going to be able to introduce a new way of creating video movies based off of video games, or B, do you think that now with the success of these movies, of the comic book movies becoming more mainstream, becoming more liked and popular, do you think that we'll start to see the same thing with video game movies and their interest? I mean, we've seen Angry Birds coming out recently.
Angry Birds,
with Warcraft following.
Even then, with Angry Birds, to an extent, it didn't do gangbusters. It
No, it
only
didn't.
made like 36 million, which is kind of terrible. Well,
Yeah.
it's not that bad, but
Well, I mean, for a movie I think they thought was going to be as successful as the rest of the Angry Birds
no,
franchise.
they thought it was gonna be like Zootopia, where it's gonna make 100,000. I think that it's a little bit too late for that franchise, but there's one movie franchise or movie based off a video game that you left out. Interestingly enough, that fucking tanked because they expected it to be this next this is gonna be the next like DreamWorks or Pixar movie.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and
I was
Clank.
going to bring that up too.
And that fucking did not go over
That
well.
didn't, yeah.
Even
no.
for a kids movie, it didn't go over well. Even a kids movie based on a popular video game didn't go over as well. Warcraft is getting really bad reviews now, where they said it's very hollow. It's a pretty movie, but it's very hollow. Like there's nothing in there. It's a shallow kind of like action piece, and but the hardcore's still gonna see it. And I would even go as far as, this is a comic book movie, but look at something like Scott Pilgrim, where it was like very like, I hear all these like kind of inside turn, like these are all these inside references. Get it? Here's Zelda. Here's the Final Fantasy baseline. You know, like here's all these kind of Easter eggs that the hardcores are gonna get, but they need to find the middle ground in kind of storytelling. They need to find a middle ground where it's accessible to both fans and the hardcore, like just casuals and the hardcore. Because look at Marvel. Marvel did that. Marvel's done that very good, where they're giving you a nice middle ground for these movies. And I always use Guardians of the Galaxy as my example. You know, the hardcore fans will know what Guardians of the Galaxy is, but you slap a Chris Pratt and you do a voice of, you know, Bradley Cooper as a raccoon and Vin Diesel as a tree. People are like, what the fuck is this? I'll go watch it. And relatable. People that didn't watch it enjoyed it. People that know about Guardians enjoyed it. All as well. Assassin's Creed, I think it's going to tank too.
Yeah, probably.
It's such a convoluted story, and people are gonna be like, "Fuck this," and they're gonna tank. You know, the reviews are gonna be terrible for it. It's gonna make it some. It's gonna make a little bit of money because of the people that are like, "Oh, this Assassin's Creed shit is the legit B." I don't know why I did that. I apologize.
D. We're recording right now. Just want to make sure. 3.
No, so you know, Assassin's Creed will not be the thing to get on the right track. And let's look at the other failures. Let's look at Resident Evils. Well, no, the Resident Evils did pretty good.
They did, but they weren't as. Okay, continue.
Your Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat, your Mario's. Let's look at even like, you know, those 90s movies that did pretty terribly. Max Payne didn't sell well, wasn't compelling. I think the mistake that Hollywood is making when they make these big live action adaptations is that they think video games are this. And it was the same kind of thing that comic book movies were looked at. Like when these big studios bought these comic book properties, they're like, we're going to make them the way we want to. And Feige and Marvel changed all that. I'm going to stop beating that dead horse. Now, for video game movies, I don't think that we need video game movies. I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, like, let's take Uncharted 4 as an example. It's one big cinematic adventure. Why am I going to pay to go watch something that's being done better through a video game? The Last of Us. It's one fucking sad, like, HBO miniseries. It's heartbreaking. It's everything that The Walking Dead tries to be on the TV show. Did it better than that. Games like Journey, where you can take a small animated indie film. Bam, there's Journey. Mm-hmm. Nintendo, what is Nintendo going to give us that we're going to like, oh, a live action Metroid movie? That's dope. Nobody cares. I don't think nobody's going to care. Even if you made maybe if you made an animated Super Mario Brothers movie, like, people would probably go see that, but what kind of joy would these movies bring us? And I think the one thing that could have broken that trend of bad movies, you okay? One of the things that could have broken the trend of bad movies was BioShock, the Gore Verbinski BioShock movie that never was made. And that's kind of sad because Gore, you know, he did the first Pirates, and that shit was amazing. Could you imagine like a fucking Big Daddy just walking there?
You know, honestly, even before that, I mean, the Halo movie.
Then Neil Blomkamp. He ended up making District 9 is what that Halo movie became.
Mm-hmm. Like,
that looks so good.
I think there were a lot of opportunities. There's still some other ones too, where there's just been a lot of opportunities to create these like crazy movies based off of a game. But I feel like at the end of the day, things like Hitman and Doom are really what
forgot about
created.
those. Holy shit. We forgot that this Hitman sequel came out this year too.
Yeah, and it was terrible. It was absolutely. They had good actors.
I kind of liked that first Hitman movie.
Huh?
I kind of liked that first Hitman movie.
It was okay. It's still. You know what, man? This is the way I would. This is the standard. If you're as bad as Elektra, then don't even bother.
You know, it's surprisingly good. The first Silent Hill movie.
It was okay.
But it surprisingly, it was good. It was all right. Then the second one had Jon Snow. And he knew nothing.
But my watch is over.
Oh, well, sorry, brothers.
Has ended.
So, are you the new leader of the wall?
I'm trying the Knights of the...
Yeah, he was like, no. Just close the damn gate.
And so he goes, I'm not fighting anymore. I failed at every turn.
Stop being emo, Justin. But to go back to what you were saying, then I don't think Nintendo can save this terrible trend of bad movie games, bad movies based off of video games.
Okay.
Because even the closest thing that they got to being semi-successful is the Pokemon movies, but I don't count that because it's an adaptation of the
That's
animated
that's
series,
it's a little different. That's a little different.
And even then, those ran its course. Because after like the first fucking 3, they were like, no more for you.
All right, here's a question. What is your favorite video game movie? Doesn't have to be good. Just your favorite.
It's probably a toss-up between Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat.
The Street Fighter movie's so bad, but so good. And maybe... Yeah, I would say it's between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I'm thinking those are the only 2 that I can think of. Wow, you know what movie I just thought of? Need for Speed.
Ugh.
Jesse Pinkman as a terrible
that was not good.
It's not a good idea. You see what I mean? Like if I pitch you a movie that, oh god, that Need for Speed movie is awful.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed movie looks awful. Doom looks awful. What other command? What was that command? That Command and Conquer, Wing Commander.
Oh, Wing Commander, yeah, that happened, unfortunately.
Max Payne, Double Dragon. Oh,
Double Dragon wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad, yeah.
It was fun.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
We're forgetting the fucking most obvious one, though. Captain N.
What?
Come on, man. Never mind. Remember the movie where I was going to say John Walsh. That's not the person we're thinking of.
Isn't John Walsh the guy from America's Most Wanted?
I was like, no. Fuck, what's his name?
Hi, I'm John Walsh with America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, fucking kid from the Wonder Years. He
played, the Wizard.
The Wizard. There we go.
I was gonna say the Wizard. Like I was like
the Wizard's the Captain N Wizard, same shit. But come on, man.
That wasn't a video game movie. That was a commercial for Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, it was. But
and your final level is it super? You know what? I felt like that's how they should have done the Nintendo World Championships last year. They should have just made a remake of the Wizard and filmed it.
The awkwardness of that. Anyway,
nice graphics. Sorry.
We're gonna have these people play old and new games that we're going to market to you as they play.
The next game you'll be playing is Super Metroid, and then the crowd will go.
And your next game is Star Fox Zero.
You know, my fear too is with this whole Uncharted movie and the Last of Us movie that they have planned, and we're getting a Sly Cooper movie. I'm just thinking of things that I know off the top of my head, and we don't need them. If you're gonna do something, if you're gonna make an adaptation, I think you need to start
Call of Duty. Just fucking with you.
Somewhere Hollywood, somebody just went,
oh my god, why haven't we done it?
Honestly, if you're gonna do something,
make a Medal of Honor movie.
They need to start off small. Start off with a television show
or a penis,
and move on, or a web series. Look at Mortal Kombat. What was the one with Black Dynamite? The Mortal Kombat series was fucking great. And it was like Mortal Kombat Resurrection or some shit like that. I don't remember, but. Start off small like that and build on it so we don't get Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li.
Oh, why did they think that was a movie? All right. I have one last question for you.
Yes.
One last question.
One more thing.
What game are you most excited to hear about? It may or may not be there. You don't know it. Yeah. But what would you like to hear about? Number one game that you'd like to hear about at E3?
Being that this is the 1-year anniversary of our podcast, I will start off by saying the same thing that I said last year. Borderlands 3. I would love
visiting that
after the
debacle
fuckery
of
that was
Battleborn,
which is now $20 less, and you get a free character.
Of course.
I feel that I would like to see a new that. I want to see a new IP. I want to see something like EA come out and be like, hey, remember that year we gave you Dead Space and Mirror's Edge and all these new franchises that we ran into the ground? I want something to shock me. I think that's my favorite part of the conferences, is seeing a new game and going, oh, this is interesting. I like this. Last year it was that Horizon Dawn game, and... even to go a couple years back when they first announced The Last Guardian, where I was like, man, I hope that thing doesn't die. It's going to fucking die. I'm going to be sad about it.
I hope it doesn't go away and then come back and then we never hear about it again.
That's what ended up happening. Oh, what was that crazy game that Ubisoft did last year where the guy with the cane came on stage and was like, "You are a Viking.
Oh,
You kill other people."
he was like, I like Vikings, so he made a movie about Vikings. You're going to love a game about Vikings.
My
You
favorite
know-
conference is always the Ubisoft one because they bring out French dudes that don't know English.
I hate it. It's so uncomfortable. That whole start to finish is always uncomfortable. Even starting with the fucking Aisha Tyler and Joel
thing-
McHale.
Ugh.
You know what I'm excited for? The number one thing I want to hear information
The
about?
number one thing.
The number one pick from Stefan Dawkins from whatculture.com. Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I want to hear what's happening with Cyberpunk. I really want to play that game, especially after playing The Witcher. Oh my god. CD Projekt Red, please talk about Cyberpunk. I want
Probably get it in the Microsoft conference.
I want it.
I have an interesting theory. Do you? Well, no. Let's save that next week for our E3 prediction show.
Let's save that next
We'll
week.
save that.
For,
I'll put a pin in it until next week.
so you know what? That's our segue. So hey guys, we're going to be ending the show right about now. Look forward to our E3 coverage. It's going to be happening later this month, and we're going to kick it off with our E3 predictions. What we're looking forward to.
Starring special guest Jose. No, wait, Jose.
No, I will never allow that. So
Podcast is gonna end with that theme song.
no, not if I have any control over it. Heard that.
You do. You do all the editing.
So yeah, please look forward to that. We're really excited to be covering that because we're nerds and we love it, and we know you do too. So subscribe, like, comment. Please share all this content if you like it. Share it with all your buddies.
Go watch Stefan's new Let's Plays of Dark Souls 3, which is gonna be right there. I'm making you annotate your videos.
I'm not doing it.
Son of a bitch. You son of a.
But in all seriousness, yeah, there's some new videos up on my channel. They're not all that great.
Go watch Doom. Go watch Dark Souls 3. Do it.
Just watch that Spider-Man video. Give it more views. The more views, the better.
Got 22,000. 2,200.
Yeah, that's 2,200.
Try to hype it up.
Anyway, all right, guys. Take care. I love you. And Brendan wants to say,
Don't forget to not make bad, shitty movies based off of video games.
good night.